Nope. It's on.
No flash.
There you go.
Hey guys, welcome to the Pullan's backyard. Brian and I are still on our journey from Wisconsin to California, and right now I'm here with some of my favorite people who always keep me moving in the right direction. I always tell people your circle of influence is huge. The people you surround yourself with, you want them to be going in the right direction, going in the same direction, and bringing you up, not down. So while we're here, I know a lot of you guys have had questions for me on why I'm drinking ketones in addition to how I'm eating and exercising. And Sean, you know a ton about this. I mean, when I hear Sean talk, it's like mind blown. So I drink it because I know how it makes my body feel. Energized, not in a funk, no fatigue. My brain is clear. So even if my body is tired, my brain is still multitasking and thinking. So let me just put it over to Sean and just give me some amazing reasons why ketones are amazing. Besides high five, they're amazing.
They are amazing. So if we start with just ketones, literally ketones are amazing.
Yeah.
Like, if you imagined that you lived in a galaxy far, far away, and there was this magical force that lived inside of your body that made you just freaking amazing, you could call it the force, you could also call it ketones.
May the ketones be with you?
Exactly. The keto is strong with this one. I am strong with the keto, and the keto is one with me. Yada, 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 yada. So, literally, though, ketones are freaking amazing.
Absolutely.
And there's a number of reasons ketones are amazing. You can run down the laundry list of benefits that you get from ketones. Really, like, the easiest places to pinpoint the most benefits you're going to get from ketones: areas around mood, energy, fat loss, focus, sleep. For me personally, I've seen a lot of fat loss, muscle gain. I had a lot of issues with gout and arthritis, things like that, and depression, and it's benefited me immensely in all those areas. And so what ketones are, right? Because set this up, it's going to sound like ketones are this magical thing that don't really actually exist. Because if it sounds too good to be true, we want to believe that it is going to be too good to be true, so that we can just keep living the life that we've been living.
Right.
Because it's much easier. It seems much easier.
Right.
Ketones are so easily accessible. Like, your body will produce ketones.
Right. So it's not a foreign thing to your body. Ketones is not this like amazing fruit, mysterious drug that somebody takes and it's amazing. Your body produces ketones.
Yeah.
So this is not a foreign.
And it's really easy. All you have to do is never eat carbs again for the rest of your life.
Yeah, that's super easy, right? Says the man holding a beer.
Never have a beer again, ever. And your body can produce this thing called ketones.
And not even right away. Because even if you go carb-free for a day, you're not in. It's not even starting ketones yet. It's not even producing ketones. You're talking 48 to 72 hours, depending on how much sugar you've had in your body to start.
Yeah, and it depends on everybody. Everybody's going to be a little bit different. And it's not even, like, a lot of people will talk and be like, yeah, I'm kind of on the keto diet. I do this much, and this much. And it's literally like, I think the magic formula for the ketogenic diet is something like 70% fats, 25% protein, and 5% carbs. But if you have 28% protein, now that your body's going to turn that. Yeah, your body's going to turn that protein into sugar. Right. And now you're going to be out of ketosis. So the point, like the ketogenic diet, the keto diet is really popular. Everybody's talking it right now. Athletes are all doing it. Celebrities are all doing it.
And it's amazing.
It is phenomenal.
Yeah.
It is awesome. If you like beer, it sucks.
Yeah.
If you like
ice cream,
anything, if you like this part of your body and putting delicious things there, it sucks for you.
It's my favorite part of the body.
It's one of my favorites. And literally, like, ketosis and tacos, right? Like, Mexican food, you can never have Mexican food again.
Right.
You can't have keto-friendly Mexican food.
No.
That's,
you can't even get past the guacamole and the chips.
Yeah.
It's like guacamole and a pork.
Yeah. Rice, beans, tortillas, like, it's just carbs. It's just all carbs.
All carbs.
And it's delicious, and it's amazing, and I love all of it. So you can get your body to produce ketones by never having carbs again, and if you're in ketosis, which just means you have an elevated level of ketones in your blood, if you're in ketosis and you have carbs by accident, like you talk about cheat days. And they are sneaky. Oh, they're in everything.
Everything.
Like
salt, table salt.
I'm pretty sure our dog will fart, and if I smell it, I'm out of ketosis now.
I mean, maybe.
Yeah. PG-13 warning on this video.
It's late night TV.
Yeah. So it's so hard to get into ketogenesis. Just means ketone creation, right? Like your body is creating ketones, your liver is producing ketones inside your body.
And what does that tell your body to do? Just to rewind for people who have no idea what the keto diet is.
So the short and skinny of it, like if you do the ketogenic diet, you eat a lot of fats, moderate proteins, and next to no carbs. And if you do that long enough, your body's going to panic. It needs a fuel source because it's not operating on carbs anymore. And it's going to start, your liver's going to start producing these things called ketones, and ketones burn fat for fuel.
Right. Slow burn, long burn.
Yeah. So that's the gist of how it comes across, how it's created in your body. And once if you do the ketogenic diet long enough, and for some people it can be days or weeks, you've got to burn up all the sugar that's in your body. And if you do that long enough, your liver's going to start producing ketones. You're going to be in ketogenesis, and then you can be in ketosis, where there's enough ketones, there's an elevated level of ketones in your blood. And when you get there, you start getting all these benefits of mental clarity, energy improvements, focus improvements, fat loss, improved sleep.
Right.
Literally, like we were talking about earlier, it's a laundry list of things. And one of the biggest benefits of it is you're not going to be dependent on sugars.
That's huge.
Anymore.
I mean, I don't know how many diets I've done in the past where it's like, okay, get rid of the sugars. And like, you're pretty much going mental at that point, trying to like lock up the sugar. And okay, maybe that's a little excessive, but really, like, I'm drooling next to somebody else who's eating ice cream, but you're like, it's okay, eat whatever you want, I'll be fine. Oh, you're gonna have a deep fried Oreo? Great, I'll just eat my salad. Right? So,
and grocery stores know what they're doing, because to get to the fresh produce, you have to go through the pastries.
Well, and hello, fresh produce, you're talking fruit.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. You gotta get through carbs to get to the carbs.
That's a carb friend. Yeah, so, like, I have this thing where I love watermelon and salt. Love watermelon and salt. And can't do it if I'm not rocking my drink. Yeah. So, and it's got a huge high glycemic index. So, even things that you think are good for you, glycemic index will spike you. And
yeah, like fruit. Like, everybody thinks fruits are great for you. And yeah, they're high in sugars.
Right. Yeah, and even if they're not high in sugar, the glycemic index effects they have. Anyway. And please feel free to ask questions. We have people monitoring. If you have any questions, or if you have questions later, we'll both hit it up and check
the government is monitoring our video.
That's Big Brother.
They'll notify us if they have a question.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I have a question.
Yeah.
How many inches have you both lost, and how long have you been drinking your ketone drink?
I've been on my ketone drink. So we did the ketogenic diet from January through March, and I wasn't measuring through that portion of it. I lost 15 pounds, and then we started the drink at the end of March. I've been doing it ever since, and I actually stopped weighing myself in July, and I had lost, I think, 40 pounds over that period of time. So total now, I think I'm down about 10 inches.
I can't tell you how many inches I've lost. I can tell you I've gone down 3 pant sizes. So I was I would say I was a 24, but really a 26. I had just stretched them, so they were still 24. But I'm now between an 18 and a 20, which is huge, right? Huge.
Actually, it's small.
Well, you're right. It's small. It's small, true. But weight release-wise, since end of April, and really I wasn't really doing a lot until May, full-time committed to drinking the ketones. I have lost, on a scale that's not the scale I originally weighed on, right around 50 pounds.
Wow.
That's so cool.
Congratulations, both of you.
And,
wow.
Oh my goodness, if my husband was here, I mean, I showed Sean pictures. He's off his diet, he's off his metformin, he's off his blood pressure pills, he's off his Lipitor. His A1C is well below, it was 6 in July, but he has another thing coming up in October. So, we're not saying it cures anything, but
it sure makes it feel a lot better.
Yeah, makes you feel better. I'm getting my husband back. I'm getting my life back, which is opening me up to so much more where I can really step into my potential. So.
And I don't know if we talked about actually drinking ketones. Like, we talked about ketones.
No, yes.
I blabbed on about ketones for like an hour and a half.
It's all right.
I don't think we ever talked about actually. So right, you can never eat a carb again, or drink a carb, or smell a carb, ever again for the rest of your life, and you can enjoy ketosis because it's phenomenal.
Right, but let's find an easier way to do that.
Yeah, a much easier way so that I can still have beer and Mexican foods. And
deep fried Oreos.
And deep fried Oreos. Yeah, I try to limit those to only when we're at carnivals.
Right.
So it's like every week.
Carnivals.
Yeah. I use carnival as a
Carnival
loose
season.
term. Yeah, carnivals, restaurants.
Beer fest.
Establishments.
Like,
Oktoberfest.
fried Oreos.
Yeah.
Food trucks.
Yeah.
You know, and
Pretty
we're
much
not-
life.
And, you know, we're not saying that you can eat completely junk and this is going to be your end all solve all, right? I mean, because we still, I know I'll be one of those people that's not 100% keto, but I follow keto friendly diet because I definitely am not a 100% keto diet, and then I intermittent fast. So I'm still watching. I'm keeping my carbs low, my sugars low. But the thing about this drink is that you drink it, you feel good. It's going to replace your energy drinks by far.
Yeah.
No, hands down. Your pre-workouts, you can drink it as your pre-workout. It keeps you going. I mean, I know it technically 4 to 6 hours, but for me, it's a whole day affair. Like, I drink one. Unless I know if I'm going to have a, carnival day, then I'll drink two just to...
Also known as a Tuesday.
A Tuesday. Well, true. But then I'll make sure I double drink, drink two a day. But
Yeah, we were just talking about this the other day because on this last Sunday, I think we both just through the day forgot to have our ketones.
yeah,
Which never happens because, one, they taste delicious.
yes. And we're not just saying that.
No.
Because, a lot of people will be like, it tastes delicious.
Yeah, and
That's not this.
two of the flavors taste like crap. They're horrible. So I'm not going to tell you what two they are. You can message us and you'll find out. But now you know we're not just blowing smoke.
I like those flavors that he doesn't like.
Yes. We have taste for all people.
They're great. And so we'd forgotten to have it that day and did not feel nearly as good as we wanted to do.
Oh, yeah.
And what's great about drinking ketones, so you can do the ketogenic diet, and you can do it. Anybody that's thinking about doing it, you can do it.
You can do it.
It's hard.
Yes.
It's very challenging, and it's very easy to get kicked out of ketogenesis, where
And do
your
a lot of
body's
work.
producing.
But not be doing what you think you're doing.
Yeah, and if you accidentally, we went to a wedding. Sanj and I went to a wedding. I put down my sugar-free drink. I was having a conversation, picked it back up, and took a swig, and it was the wrong drink. And now I'm out of ketogenesis because I
That's
have
it.
sugars in my body. And for some people, for me, I think it took like 5 days for me to get back into ketogenesis.
Right.
All because I accidentally had one sip. Or you can just have one of our drinks.
Right.
Not this one.
Not the beer. Not the beer.
You could probably put ketones into it. It'd probably be delicious.
I don't know about all that.
Let's
You
find
par-
out. Let's try
Carnival
it.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
I have
Carnival
a
Friday.
question.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, exactly how do therapeutic ketones support you in your body in being in ketosis?
So being in ketosis just means you have an elevated level of ketones in your blood. So if you're doing, let's say you're just doing a low carb diet, you're trying to limit how many sugars you take in, refined sugars. If you have one of our drinks, it will put you into ketosis.
Within an hour, and I had somebody test it for me today.
You can test it routinely.
Yeah, every day, routine. Doesn't matter if you're taking the little breath one. I call it a breathalyzer. Probably not the best term for it. The little blood test, the urine test.
Lead test best.
Yeah, the blood test is the best. It's the most accurate because the other two, it could be that your body is just getting rid of the extras.
Yeah.
But within an hour.
And you'll be in ketosis for 4 to 6 hours.
4 to 6 hours.
And you're going to be there. And a lot of people think like, well, once I'm in ketosis, what if I have a donut? Is it going to kick me out of ketosis? Once the ketones are in your blood, they're going to be in there until your body's used them up.
Right, because
regardless of what you eat.
Right, because that's the thing. You have to remember, in order to get in ketogenesis, which means creation of ketones, your body has to be without sugar to make your liver want to produce it. But with this, you're already giving your body the ketones. So your body's...
So you don't have to produce it.
Right, exactly. So you don't have to produce it. So if you eat sugar, your body's not going, oh, I have sugar, I'm going to ignore it. It's still got ketones triggering.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Can you overdose on ketones?
So you can't overdose on drinking our product, our ketones. And there's a number of reasons you can get into that. I guess I should say technically you probably somehow magically could. It would take so much science. You would need an entire team behind you to figure out how to do that.
Yeah.
Overdosing on ketones. That's probably what people. There's ketosis and there's ketoacidosis. And ketoacidosis is something people have probably heard. Ketoacidosis really should probably just be called sugar acidosis.
Right.
Ketoacidosis is where your body has insanely high levels of ketones and insanely high levels of sugars. And what happens when your body does that, sugars are acidic, ketones are acidic, and when you have insanely high levels of both, now your blood has become very acidic.
Right.
So, because keto is in the name ketoacidosis, people often
equate it to... They get the keto and the osis and...
Yeah.
And rewind a little bit, just in talking about that, when your glucose is high like that and your ketones is high, that's happening because of insulin resistance. So that's what's happening is your cells aren't taking in the sugar and are taking in the insulin, and so your cells are going, hi, we need more, and so your body just keeps producing insulin, and there you go.
Your body's then producing ketones because it's trying to figure out what to do with the sugar, how to stop the sugar.
Right. So this is not the same.
And you would still want to, if especially if you're diabetes type 1 or type 2, you'd still really want to check with your doctor.
Yes.
Make sure it's going to be safe for you. It's a good idea to always check with your doctor, regardless of what you're going to do. And there's a program coming out here pretty quick with our drinks where it's specifically designed for you to take to your doctor to help educate your doctor on ketones, because it is a lot of it's science that's been around for 60 years that our food pyramid does not support.
Right.
So, and our carb economy.
Yeah. I mean, if you get a good movie to watch or Netflix thing is Magic Pill. It's a really big eye-opener to the whole process of what happens to people who go against the pyramid grain.
Yeah.
So it's a really cool
They all
documentary.
start feeling better. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drinking ketones.
It's wild.
Wait, so all you have to do is drink ketones?
You can just drink ketones.
You just drink it?
Yeah.
Once a day?
It looks a lot like this.
Except for that's
it's
beer.
Not in that bottle.
You can pour it into this bottle.
It could be in that bottle.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be in that bottle. It's true. But yeah, it's just drinking it. I'm telling you, for me, when you guys sent me my sample, I was floored. And originally, I just reached out to try it because you guys are my friends, and I was like, I'll support them and see what they're doing. But I wasn't necessarily ready to hop on that train. And then it took me, 3 days of drinking it, and I was like, oh, okay. And then once you just start getting in the habit of drinking it every day, now, like you, it's the first thing I drink.
Yeah.
It's the first thing I drink. It's the way I start my day.
And it's so once you start drinking it, it's so hard to deny it.
Yeah.
It is so hard to deny.
Because I have people who are waiting for their orders, who are like, oh my gosh, I missed the drink already. I can't wait to get the order, and I can't wait because it's that good that your body notices the difference. So.
Yeah. One question people ask me all the time, they're like, oh, okay, well, if I take this, what am I going to feel like when I stop taking it?
Right.
Am I going to feel horrible? And I go, you're going to feel exactly how you feel now.
Right.
So, yeah, you're probably going to feel horrible.
Because now you're going to see what it feels like to feel good.
Yeah, you'll realize that your body isn't designed to feel as horrible as it probably feels.
Right, because you've been used to operating at that.
Yeah.
Sanch, you have a question over there?
Well, Julia Haggerty. Hey, girl!
Love you! Everybody go to iTunes. Julia's song is there available.
Yeah, go
Julia
get it.
Haggerty. Go download
get
it.
Yeah. So she said beer? And actually, I know you may have just jumped on, but they are talking about drinking ketones.
Yes.
So that I can drink beer.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Also, Brittany, I apologize. I'm going to try.
Start with a Z?
Yes, it starts with a Z.
Hi, Brett. Love you.
She said, so do you have to do the keto diet before you start the drinks?
No, you don't even have to do the keto diet at all.
Yeah.
That's the best part about this. Like, yes, you can do the keto diet and the drinks, but you don't have to do keto at all. The only thing that I do is, like you said, we keep the sugars low, keep the carbs low. I personally do keto as much as possible, but I don't have to. And like, I'm on vacation road tripping. I just had In-N-Out burger today.
Woo!
So, and I had a sip of Ryan's shake. If I was doing full keto, all my work would have been out the window and I would have had to start over. So, and Brett, when I was on vacation with you guys, you know, I did have chicken enchiladas, and somewhere in that enchilada sauce there was sugar. She makes amazing chicken enchiladas.
And probably rice and beans.
Oh no,
Ooh,
they
yum.
weren't in there.
Huh?
No, it's more of an American
Low-
version,
low
but it's
carb.
delicious. Oh no,
It was deep fried.
yeah. It's so
Brittany
good.
Brittany says she loves you, and then Julia just said everybody looks freaking amazing with heart eyeballs.
I was going to say, so on the question about do you have to do the keto diet before doing the drinks or with the drinks or any combination, you don't have to at all. And in fact, this product was developed, the way that this came about, exogenous ketones, just means ketones that are created outside the body. So drinking ketones, how that was developed and came about and is the product that it is today is Navy SEALs, the Department of Defense, and NASA. Navy SEALs were diving, and I don't know anything about diving. Just, I think they did that. It's exactly how you do it. They would get to a certain depth, and they would start having seizures. And I believe the reason is because of oxygen deprivation to the brain. So these scientists and doctors came about, and they're like, well, we've been testing the ketogenic diet and ketosis on people that have seizures to see if it helps with their seizures, and it did. And they said, let's just get Navy SEALs into ketosis, which would be so easy because if you're a Navy SEAL, you know your number one priority is counting your macronutrients at all times. That's why you're trained to be one of the best defenders on the
Has
planet.
nothing to do
is
with
so you can
saving
track
people
your
and doing missions.
Yeah, none of that. Like, you easily, no problem, you can track your macronutrients at all times. So they're like, that's ridiculous. There's no way we can have Navy SEAls
Yeah, because
in
they're
ketosis
out
at all
in
times.
the bush, in the water, whatever it is that Navy SEAls do.
Yeah,
That, you know, because they're in those places we don't know about.
exactly.
And it's not like they can be like, wait, I gotta track my macronutrients,
Yeah,
right?
and then let me pee on my keto
Sick.
stick to make sure I can die first. It's not going to work. So they developed this product, this process, this technology, so that Navy SEAls could be in ketosis while diving without having to do the ketogenic diet.
Pretty
So
cool.
you absolutely can pair it. It pairs perfectly, and it's not a requirement.
We have another question.
Brittany, she said, so I can still eat some garlic breadsticks as long as I drink that every day?
Yes!
Yep.
Yes, you can. And Britt, I'll get you some samples out. I'll message you later after the video and get you some samples so you can taste it. I think I may have let you taste some while we were there, but it was a stressful week, so I'll get you some samples out.
Yeah, so you can absolutely have breadsticks. Now, it is important to keep in mind, especially if one of the areas specifically that you want to benefit from ketones, if one of those areas specifically is fat loss, then you'll want to cut back
Yeah.
on
Right.
the garlic bread, right?
Maybe
And
not 7 days a week.
yeah, maybe not every day, but we cheat every freaking week, like at least every week, if not every
Yeah.
day. And
True
we still
story.
get great results, and
Right.
and basically the best way to approach it without getting really strict about it is eat when you're hungry. Don't starve yourself, and be aware of what you're eating, and try to eliminate as much refined sugar as possible. So personally, I don't have a lot of stigma around grains and rice and stuff like that. For me, that seems like a different carb than a sugar, and I know there's minor differences, and really in your body it ends up being the same thing. But I don't think we really limit ourselves on a lot of things outside of refined sugars. That's the thing we focus on the most. And anytime we can swap out a keto-friendly type of crust, like on pizza, we had keto-friendly
Oh my gosh!
pizza
Don't even get me
tonight.
started
So
on this
good.
pizza.
Yeah, and it's
And
as
the
good
fat
as any
bombs
pizza
that I
you'll
will be
have.
having another one of. Lord have mercy.
As soon as this is over,
Yes.
fat
So-
bombs for everybody.
Yeah, even this one.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So it's really easy to find great alternatives,
Right.
and it's really great to not have to at all times.
Right. You have another question, Saj?
I just have a question.
Sure.
What are the main, benefits you see from, you see, whatever it is that you benefit from drinking ketones?
Okay, so for me personally, when I first started drinking ketones, and I've shared with you guys, but I was in a very big rut. Probably a couple weeks of not even wanting to get out of bed, leave my room. I did because I had to, but not because I wanted to. So for me, the ketones, that was huge for me. It took away my fatigue. It gave me focus and desire and drive. And you know what? I got to choose in all of those too, so I'm not saying the drink made me do everything, but it cleared the fog enough for me to be able to do stuff. So, hands down, if I was still as big as I was when I started, I would, hands down, still drink the product. So, that was huge for me. The mind clarity, like to be able to be tired, like physically tired, and still be able to think through things and not make errors in my day was huge. Those are the big ones. And of course, weight release for me has been amazing, but it's not just the scale number. Let me just knock that one out of the park right now. The one thing about, and believe me, I've been a slave to a scale long enough that I know, the scale does not move the same way it does with weight release because your body is changing. You're taking off fat, it's restoring muscle, versus some of these weight release stuff you do, you're talking about you're losing weight because you're losing muscle.
Yeah, you want to lose weight, cut off a leg.
Right.
You'll lose a lot of weight
I mean,
really
true.
quick.
That's true. I don't want to lose that.
Yeah.
And so, for me, it's like, what do your clothes feel like? Thank God Sanj beat me over the head and over about, Joan,
that.
measure. I'm like, I'm not going to drink it yet. Yes. And that's another thing. Don't get caught up in having to look a certain way and you have to be fully, okay, I'm going to go and cut all my sugar out and then I'm going to drink. No, start drinking first. That's going to clear your mind and get you energized and get you focused to get off your butt, get some walking done, get exercise done, and then the rest of it becomes cake, right?
Yeah, and really, like there was, I think Sanj asked a question that kind of led into this earlier is, one drink will put you into ketosis for 4 to 6 hours.
Right.
But that doesn't mean you're only reaping benefits from it.
Definitely
from
not.
4 to 6 hours.
No.
Your body has been running cleaner, more efficiently for 4 to 6 hours, so it's going to run better from then on. It's like if you put really, really good fuel in your vehicle 9 days out of 10 days, it's going to run better even on that 10th day.
Yeah.
Right? It's going to run better because you did that.
Right.
So, yeah, we do have some people that'll contact us and say, oh, I had a really stressful week, so I haven't had it this week. And that's when you should be having 2 a day.
And that's why I do it in the morning. So no circumstance of my day are going to stress away the drink because it does happen. There's days where you wake up and you're just So
and this is really cool. This is exciting. If you're doing the ketogenic diet and you get stressed, you're out of ketosis.
Right. Cortisol.
You're out of ketogenesis.
Cortisol. Yeah.
So, and good luck doing this ketogenic diet and not getting stressed about doing the ketogenic diet.
Yes. It's like logging your food, but getting stressed and wanting to eat because you've been logging your food and thinking about food all day long and your brain's thinking about food. So, what you resist persists. I believe that's the saying. And talk about, we're jumping around here, but keto flu.
Keto flu it's just dehydration.
Just dehydration, people.
It's like,
how do you solve that?
replenish your electrolytes. Drink more water and replenish your electrolytes.
Now, do you mean like Gatorade electrolytes?
You can. I'd recommend
I probably
sugar-free Gatorade.
Right.
And there are better options that have more electrolytes.
Yeah.
Better variety of electrolytes.
Right.
For probably a lot better bang for your buck.
Exactly. Agreed.
So Himalayan salt is great. You can just, in the mornings, what I'll do is I'll do like the Himalayan salt grinder. I'll do about 30 grinds, 30 twists
grinds
on that into just a couple ounces of warm water and just shoot it.
Yeah.
And I do that in the morning and I do it at night.
He's hardcore.
He's super hardcore. I think I just use
Some
Propel.
my water or some Sport.
Yeah. Yep.
Is cool.
I mean,
Totally.
really. I feel like, I'm raising to your level, though, because we're vibrating together. You have another question?
Yes, Ryan. How does the drink help with muscle growth? Well, wait. He said, how does the drunk help with muscle growth? And then he said drink. That's how...
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, now I just ruined my shirt. It's all stretched out now.
Oh, my goodness.
And now I'm exhausted. So, one thing that's cool about ketones are, I feel like I always get these terms backwards. Ketones are anabolic, is that right? Catabolic means kind of your body is eating its own muscle tissue. And I believe anabolic means it's not.
Right.
So, lots of times when you diet, like what people will do is they'll cut out a bunch of calories and then they'll diet and they lose weight.
Right.
And it sounds awesome, but you're losing muscle as well.
Right. Yeah.
You're probably losing some fat, but you're losing muscle. And I've never talked to anybody that was like, you know what, my New Year's resolution is to have less muscle.
Right.
I'm too muscular.
Well, yeah, and the other thing about that stuff too is that your cells are regenerating faster, right? So the atrophy of the cells is cleaning up better, which makes the muscles repair to the muscles faster, which helps with creating lean muscle.
And ketones.
And that ketones helps fight the insulin resistance that gets you there. So.
And they promote muscle growth.
Muscle growth. Yes.
So.
I just have to tell you, your phone is at 4%.
Okay, so final question. Sean Pullan.
Dip it in some ketones. It'll get it.
Do parental figures think you are the most amazing son?
All of them. Every parental figure out there. Callie was like me. Look at me.
She was sleeping. I think she had some ketones earlier because she was totally sleeping.
No.
Oh yeah. And
Mama Pullan and Papa Pullan?
Yeah!
Woo!
Papa Pullan!
We're at the Pullan's backyard, by the way. It's gorgeous out here. We're just enjoying vacation with Joan and Ryan, her son. What up? So,
Really, sorry to interrupt you, but when it comes to exercise in particular, it's pretty consistent that anytime you talk to somebody that's taking ketones, that's drinking our product, our technology, the ketones, coincidentally enough, they end up setting PRs in the gym consistently.
I mean, I did PRs and deadlifts 4 weeks in a row. Yeah.
what is your deadlift weight right now?
235 pounds.
What?
I started at 135.
That's so crazy.
Yeah. And I guarantee you it's because, one, that I had the mental clarity to be able, because when you're lifting that kind of weight, it's not just physical, it's the mental clarity. And also because I had, the pre-workout drink. I drank the ketones as my pre-workout, and that just made my body work better. I don't know how the biology happens, but it just did.
And mine's similar. I'm up to 5-pound curling now.
Yeah.
So
He could do a whole six-pack.
I'm almost
Wow.
off the rubber-coated dumbbells.
Yeah.
Those little.
Don't be knocking the rubber-coated dumbbells.
No, I love them. I'm eventually going to hold 2 in one hand at a time.
2 1-pounders? Awesome.
2 1-pounders? No. Let's take it slow.
Anyway, guys, please, if you have any questions, you're watching the video later, please feel free to ask. Either Sean or myself will be getting back to you. Definitely, if you'd like to get some samples, anything like that, or just more questions about the product, please hit us up, message here, or private message us, and we'll get back to you. Love you guys.
And on a side note, guys, there's gonna be a dog line, an animal line coming out,
And a kid line.
and a kid line.
Yes.
That's legit, too. Like, if I was watching this, I would have thought that was a joke.
It's
Yeah.
legit.
They really are.
Yep,
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
because we're taking care of everyone.
That's right.
Awesome. Okay, love you guys.